Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Julia Masalska and this is Made. By the way, this is how you can also find me on social media. It's at Julia Masalska on almost every channel on Twitter, Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram, so make sure to follow me there. So today we're having some live portfolio reviews for 5 portfolios you guys submitted through my Instagram. So if you're seeing this and you have not submitted the portfolio yet and you want a review, make sure to send me your link on my Instagram page. Cool, guys. I see Jyotirmia is here. We have a couple people viewing. Hopefully we'll get some more. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat where you all are from, and we're gonna start and get right into it with our amazing portfolios. Oh, by the way, just a quick look at my Instagram page. It's Julia Masalska, and as you can see, I'm sharing a bunch of work and also, lifestyle things, just fun stuff, my dog, just backstage things. So this is what you can expect. So, let's jump right into it and let's take a look at our 5 portfolios today. We have Nate, we have Palik, we have Damini, we have Ka, and we have Madalena today. So hopefully you guys are going to find this helpful, and we're going to be reviewing them one by one, and so let's see. All right, Jyotirmia, hi. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. Let me know, guys, where you guys are from. So just write something in the chat. It would be great to Yay! Doing great. Been waiting for this a whole day. Hope you're doing great as well. Yeah, thanks, Jyotirmia. I'm doing great. All right. So, my friends, the first portfolio we're going to take a look at is Nate's. Nate Made It. Nate Johnson. Seems to be, let's take a look at About, Life Hacks Shop, Blog. All right, let's take a look here what we have. So we have this cover page, and then we have a bunch of links here. We have the Facebook, we have Instagram, we have LinkedIn, YouTube. I'm not sure what this exactly that is. We have Snapchat, and we have Discord. Super cool. Graphic design, business, and marketing coaching directly to your inbox every Monday morning. Okay, so it seems like this is a newsletter you can subscribe to, which is already super cool. It's great to kind of get to know you, through your newsletter. And it's also cool to keep kind of people updated about what you're doing. I'm looking at your little signature here. I think you can work on that a little bit. It looks like there are a couple spots that are not quite perfect. When you're doing something like this, make sure to smoothen it afterwards. You can simplify the curves, which will also be, kind of helpful to kind of create a more smoother curve. So yeah, whenever you have a signature or something like that, make sure to set, if you're doing it in Illustrator, make sure to set the pen tool to smooth. So that's the only thing that I kind of see here stick out. And also it has a shadow here, which is quite it's quite abrupt, so it's not blending in very well with the background. So I would maybe spread the shadow a little bit more, or just reduce the opacity there, just so it kind of flows better into the image. I like the image you have here. You have an image of of like a maybe living room or a waiting room in the background, and you can see there's a photo of maybe you and your girlfriend or your wife. It's a really cool photo. I'm just wondering what exactly you want to kind of show with that photo. It's a really cool photo, though. I mean, I like it. And it's great that you took a little darker photo, which kind of brings out the white typefaces and everything that's in the foreground. So that works pretty well. And I love the way you kind of not only have your portfolio, but you also have a bunch of other things like life hacks. You have a shop, you have a blog. So this is cool. Let's take a look at it closer. I love the way you put your illustrations here of yourself, so it gives you kind of an idea of how you look like as a person. Let's take a look at the About Me section. After building brands for various clients and agencies over the last 15 years, I decided that the best use of my skills and talent, the way I can do the most good, is teaching entrepreneurs and small business owners how to shift their mindset and understand how to build their brands bigger than they ever dreamed. I feel like the sentence is really long, so I would maybe try to simplify it or divide it into multiple sentences, so it's kind of easier to read and to make the connections. My name is Nate. I'm a full stack branding expert, and I know how to cultivate a consistent image across social media, web, print, and change the way. So there's a little a little spelling mistake here. So the way your customers view you, my work concentrates, I would say, around setting you up to win and solving your business and marketing problems with quality and consistent design strategy and branding. Again, this is a very long sentence. Maybe I would make 4 sentences out of this whole chapter and make sure that you don't have any misspellings or grammar mistakes. I would run this whole through correction as well, so that your commas are also on the right spot. I think this is very, very important to kind of give the first impression of yourself, right? It's the starting page, so you want to give a good impression. And if you already kind of giving this impression, okay, I'm having some grammar and spelling issues here, then it's not very professional. So I would definitely work on that. And again, you have all these links here, so I'm wondering why exactly you kind of doubled it. Maybe I would take away these links over here and just to give it a more concentration on the logo, and here at the bottom I would put the links and more about me. I think that will work pretty great, because this is an about section, and if somebody wants to dig deeper about you as a designer and as a person, they can go and reach out to these different links. By the way, I think I'm covering a little bit of the image. Anyway, so yeah, this is something I would already work on. You have a lot of images here. I'm wondering if they all lead to projects. It doesn't seem like they're links. Oh yeah, they are actually. Okay, so we have don't suck at design. All right, let's click at that. Let's see what this is. Just good advice. I hate bad design, and you should too. Okay, this is cool. 10 marketing tips for designers during lockup. So I'm wondering, who exactly are you targeting with this complete site? Because it seems like you're targeting designers, but usually a portfolio is there to target clients. So I'm wondering what exactly is your goal by targeting designers, but I probably will find it out. Let's see, blog. Again, you have the links, I guess, that you have at the top. Maybe I would just keep it with the links and put your work right underneath here, because it gets a little bit confusing, since usually portfolios, when you have those clickable images, it goes right into a case study. So this is how I built my portfolio, and this is how I have seen many designers build their own portfolio. So the contact me page, I would just leave right here by the links, because it makes it more understandable. And here you have everything mixed up. It looks like this is a part of your work. Zeta Pro synopsis. Okay, it looks like this is actually your work. And okay, currently serve as the president, Zeta Pro. Okay, so this is just where you're working, I guess, but it's not your actual work. I cannot wait to see what you're actually doing. Merch, graphic design. Let's click on that. Let's see. Again, all the links that we just saw that are there in the images, I would just keep them up here to not double link things, because it will make it easier for a person to understand your site and to navigate better through your site. Okay, to not get confused. Graphic design driven, print design, social assets, logo and brand design. Let's see, I'm interested in that. I will give you all the tools to... Okay, so I see you have some logos that you have designed. I would love to see little case studies on those logos. How is the logo being used? Some mock-ups. Each of these projects could be a case study. So let's... they're not clickable neither, so I'm guessing I'm not misunderstanding it, that you're just showing the logos. I would go deeper, and if you really want to target someone who you want to do the logo for, then I would definitely go a little bit deeper into the logo design and show how is the logo being used in different assets, different mock-ups. How did you get to that logo? Why? What's what's the purpose of this logo? What does the client want to achieve? Who do they want to target? So those things are super, super important in understanding a project. And each of these logos could be one project that you can put on your page, and that would definitely give you more attention as a designer, because it will give the person the feeling that you really care about those brands that you have designed for, and that you're not just showing the logos of them. So I would definitely go deeper and make some case studies for those logos. Print design. Okay, business cards. So you're basically describing your services here, which I think is really cool. Let's see, if you're already invited, please click here if you want to start quote and get your project started today. It's cool to that you have this you want to sell something, and you have this clickable link where somebody can get in touch with you. So this is really cool. Akin, hi, good to see you. Akin lives in Russia, good to see you. Again, guys, welcome who just joined. It's awesome that you're here. We're talking about portfolios, and we're reviewing a portfolio of Nathan Johnson, who's a graphic designer. And we have 4 more portfolios that we're going to be reviewing, so it's going to be super fun. Stay tuned. All right, so again, I would love to see more of these projects. Let's see what happens if I click on that. Okay, so here you're showing some of the projects and some images. They're all pretty mixed up. So here again, I would sort them into projects. So let's say message wrap belongs together in one project, right? So you want to create one project that only deals with that brand, and go deeper, give an understanding what's the brand about, what's the who's the client, who do they want to target, and why you made your design decisions to create this specific logo and these specific assets, and so on. So this is very important to show that you really can go deep into projects, and you're not just a logo designer, right? You think more than just the logo design. All right, social assets, that's cool. Once, you know what? I can tell you, I had a website like this as well, where I am basically just showing examples of my work, and that I just want. It was a really like salesy kind of website, and I feel like even if it's salesy, you should go into depth. You should go and give case studies. Let me show you an example. An agency that I have worked for, born and bred brand.com. Let's see if this works. Because this is an agency, they are salesy. The best brands are born and bred, and then you scroll down and then you see different case studies. So let's take a look at this. So let's say we have images kind of like similar to yours, right? But you can click on them and then you can see the whole case study here. So you can see the logo, you can see how, you can understand how the logo has been, produced. You can see color palettes, you can see the product photography, then afterwards. So your logo is basically mocked up and you can see how it's being used. So this is the perfect way to kind of show off your work. And here it even goes deeper, and again, solution, it's all described way more into depth than just showing images. So, and this project case study, can you see how deep it goes and how long you can scroll and see, and then you get the feeling that the agency is really professional at what they're doing, and this is exactly what you should be looking at if you want to attract bigger clients, because you do want to make money, right? And you do want to attract bigger clients, you want to work on bigger projects, you want to get paid more. So this is what I can really recommend you. Even here in social assets, you can show a couple projects that you have worked on and go into depth, describe the client, and so on. Testimonials. Okay, so here you have some testimonials. That's pretty good. I think it's important to have testimonials here. And also, I can recommend you guys who are working as a freelancer, make your own Google business page. It's always really helpful because even people locally can search you up and can find a graphic designer nearby, and that can also bring you some amazing work. So let's get started. I love how you end the page with a call to action. So you showed them some of your work and you showed them what you can do, and now you're like, okay, so you saw what I can do, now let's get to work. So this is cool. I like it. Again, I would go deeper into the case studies. Design karma, free stuff. Okay, so it looks like this is a page where you kind of give away give away skills. All right, this is cool. I love the fact that you like sharing your skills. I love that too. I think it's very fulfilling and it's great that you're doing it. It also shows that that you dare to talk about design and that you don't feel too shy. So this is awesome. It's really, really great. Hi for everyone who joined. Hi Colby, good to see you. Awesome, guys. So this is cool. I like it a lot. Life hacks. Let's see what that is. What I do. Okay. Web. Okay, so you're showing where you can kind of. Oh, okay, I see. If you're not monetizing your brand online yet, you need to be da 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 da. Okay, that's cool. You're showing your tips and tricks on how to improve a brand or how to sell more, or how to, present yourself better online. That's great for clients. But again, we have kind of this thing where I'm not sure who you're attracting. Are you attracting designers or are you attracting clients? Because if you have this educational part and you have the salesy part, I'm not sure if that should be one side. I think maybe you can divide that into two sides. One be it an educational part of the site, and one be the salesy and the client-oriented part of the site. So this is what I would recommend you. I love the way you share your equipment. It's awesome. It's really, really cool. I think it's really cool for me personally to know as a designer. For clients, it's not very relevant. So this might be the point where they say, I don't know if he really cares about me. He might care more about the educational part and not, about creating a great brand for me. So this is where they would lose the interest and basically get off your site. They will be like, okay, not sure. And it's always, it's people have so many choices, there's so many sites, and you're not the only designer out there. So you definitely need to do something to catch their attention right away and to keep it coming, to keep them visuals that they want to see coming. And that's how you kind of keep somebody on the site. And eventually they might also get in touch with you. All right, let's get to the shop. Okay, merch. I love selling merch. I also have a t-shirt shop that I'm doing, but it's not connected to my portfolio at all, which I guess it's cool that you kind of have all of this together, but I would definitely separate it in a way that it's not misunderstandable, so that designers find their own way and clients find their own way. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's also great to make some money with t-shirts and merch. It's really cool. All right, let's see. Don't stop. And it looks like the blog also again repeats all the things that you were mentioning in the starting page. So I would definitely reduce the links there. And okay. All right, this is also cool. I'm not sure where these images are coming from, but again, it's all really spread, and it seems like the projects are okay. All right, so there is some smaller projects again. Yeah, your site has a lot of ways to kind of interact, and the navigation, I will work on the navigation for sure, so that it's very clear where you're going, what you want to see, and that what people see is interesting for them. Okay. Hopefully this is helpful. But I think it's a great site, and I think your content is great. It's just that the organization needs to be a little bit worked on. So I would sit down and really plan out the content and really divide it into two parts to attract either the client or the designer to look at your stuff. Cool. All right. Next one up is Palik Dalian, graphic designer and illustrator. Palik, thank you so much for submitting your portfolio. And Nate, of course, thanks so much to you. I'm hoping this was helpful. All right, it looks like this is a Adobe Portfolio, guys. By the way, Adobe Portfolio is really great. You have your customized, your personalized site for free. This one, for example, says palikdalian at myportfolio.myportfolio.com. Mine is masalska.myportfolio.com, and it's great. It's free, and it puts all your Behance projects into this separate site, and you can decide which projects are shown and which are not. So depending on the client you want to present to, you can even turn off and on the projects, and you can also put your social links, and you can it really looks like a personalized website. You can have this contact page here, and it's really easy to make. So definitely recommend you guys to do that. Graphic designer and illustrator, I like that you have only 3 links so that you cannot really get lost in it, you know. And it's a good amount of projects. I might, you know, fill it up to 9 or even maybe 12 if you have something, but it's better to keep it with you know, quality instead of quantity. So that's what I always say. It's great to have something that you're really proud about. Don't show the projects where you're like, I'm not sure if that was a good one or not. So better show quality than quantity. All right, let's jump into the projects. The first thing that I'm noticing is that everything is very one-toned. So maybe I would do the opposite here, that whenever you hover over an image, it becomes this color. You have this amazing feedback, you have this amazing hover effect that when you hovering with your mouse above it, that it changes the color. But I think it should be the opposite. So it should be colorful at first, so you can see the projects, and then when you hover on top, it can give this, you know, bluish effect, so it gives you the feedback. Okay, you can click on it, this is a link. All right, so I would do that, and maybe I would even add a little banner in here to show, you know, some of your work, maybe like you know, like a patchwork, or maybe some amazing illustration that you fill out the whole space with. So that would be really cool, because you're saying you're an illustrator. So I want to see some passion. I want to see that you're really passionate about what you're doing, and I want to see some illustration right away. It would be really cool. All right, let's jump into this project here. Lyric video, motion design, marching still by since the 15. Design marching still by since the 15. A lyric video motion design for the song marching. Oh, okay, I see. This is a little confusing. I would maybe just write lyric video motion at the top, and then design marching at the bottom. So you don't repeat the information. And also this top part looks very confusing to me, because there's so many words that I don't get the sense from. And here the description kind of tells more you know, about the work. So this is cool. I like it. It's really good. I would love to see more. How did you get to it? You know, what were the ideas behind this? Who are since the 15? Who are these? Marching Still is a song dedicated to the Armenian genocide that took place. Okay, this is a good description already. It's nice and short. The solo captures the story through a one-line art continuous line that takes us from the death march. Okay, this is really cool. It's very interesting. I would love to see more of this process, how you kind of develop this illustration, and how a little bit more background, you know, because this mock-up says a lot, but I just want to dig deeper, and I want to spend more than just 10 seconds at your project. I want to see more, you know, more information, going more into depth, maybe more mock-ups. Yeah, but otherwise I think it looks really interesting so far, and it sounds like an interesting project. All right, and now this one seems like a brand identity project, Beatty Tea Garden. Again, you're repeating a lot here. So brand identity, Beatty Tea Garden. Beatty Tea Garden, stationery, branding, posters, and web design. I would maybe try to not repeat Beatty Tea Garden too much. I would just write Beatty Tea Garden, and then underneath I would write brand identity, including stationery, branding, posters, and web design. That would be very easy to understand and easy to read, and maybe you can find a concept what to write in the header and what to write in the subheader. Maybe the header would only be the project name, and the subheader will be a short project description like you're doing it here. Okay, concept. I like that you're writing about it, you know, in the beginning, and you're showing how the logo kind of came together, and you're showing the color palette, patterns, fonts. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. I think it's a great branding project. You're showing some mock-ups, the way the brand is being applied and so on. So this is really cool. New flavor, black tea, white tea. Yeah, I think this works pretty well. It's long enough so I can stick around and I can take a closer look. So this is really cool. Thank you for your attention. I like it. No, I think this is a good project. And by the way, the way you arrange this project also matters, right? Because you want to show your first project as your most recent one. So your most recent one, and also the one that you're most passionate about. So if one of these projects is more important to you, I would put it to the front. All right. Okay, Maha. Let's take a look at Maha. Branding a stationery, Maha Middle East, FZE. Banners. We have some t-shirt action going on. I would work a little bit on your mock-ups. Maybe you can find some better mock-ups here, because the drop shadow seems to be a little bit too much, and also this what's happening in the background is a little intense. It's like a gradient that goes from white to gray, and also these blocky kind of descriptions. I would maybe make them a little bit smaller, not too heavy, because right now this is the first that I'm reading, but actually I want to see the mock-up. I want to experience the brand. I want to see what you've been working on instead of the, you know, t-shirt. Yeah, I can see it's a t-shirt. So you can make it a little bit, you know, a little bit smaller. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean it's a good project. I would definitely want to take a closer look at it. Okay. All right, Dalik, thank you so much. Palik Dalian. Thank you so much for submitting. I would love to see a little about section about you. Who are you? How you look like? Where are you from? What are you passionate about? I mean, I know you're a graphic designer and illustrator, but I would love to see more. I would love to get to know you better and create this personal connection with you. All right, cool. But thanks for submitting. Hopefully this was helpful so far. And now next up is Damini Ratore. And I'm going into full screen. This is the site issue.com. I think it's a great site to present your portfolio, especially if you have something like this. What I really like here is that you have this feel of that you're you're really going through a magazine or through something that's printed. So it's also great site. And what I love about it is also that it's free, so it's amazing. And you can also sell things here. So if you have created a magazine, you can sell it for a couple dollars, or you can create some, I don't know, something informational and sell it there as well. Hi Rahul, good to see you. And Mohammed is here, good to see you guys. Awesome. Thanks everyone for tuning in. All right, so next page, let's see what is here. I like the layout here. I think it's a great layout. Rap Music Museum and Hub. Okay, so these are the 5 projects that you have here. I think the spacing here makes it a little bit confusing, and also that you're writing it kind of vertically makes it a little bit difficult to read for me. And to be honest, the numbers are less important than the descriptions of the project, because the projects are the ones that I'm interested in and not in the numbers really. So make sure to keep the hierarchy right there and make it nice, easy to read and to understand. Because as you saw, I just kind of, I just kind of went straight to the next page because it was not very well legible. And also, I see that you're using a lot of this green here. And then suddenly you kind of switch this blue color. So I'm wondering if you have like a combination of colors that you've decided for your portfolio to use. If you keep on using the blue color, I will maybe use it somewhere here as well, just so that it looks like it belongs together. Okay, the Rap Music Museum is dedicated to promoting disseminating concept. I like that you have a little description, which is really helpful. And I like the mock-ups here, they're great. Museum ticket. Okay, and I like that you put the one here so you can see that it's still the same project, and we did not move on to the next project yet. I like this mock-up, I have used it before as well. Cool. I would try to avoid maybe using mock-ups that are used a lot. Just for you guys as a tip, try to find or try to even buy mock-ups. That's always very helpful because not everybody wants to buy mock-ups. All right, the graphics were made. Oh, you know what? I would not repeat the information here again because you did that here as well. I would just keep it on one side, or maybe you can divide the sentences into two parts, but I would not repeat the whole information over again. Why would you do that? You don't want to waste nobody's time, right? So I would not double inform people. Okay, I love the designs here. I think the project does not look like it's you know, cohesive because you have a logo stamp, but here you have a completely different logo. So I'm wondering, how does this translate to that, and why exactly are these two completely different logos, although you created for one brand? So this is my concern a little bit right now. Okay, so you have created this logo and then you are using here something different. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about the use of the RRAP here, because if you're creating a logo, you want to use the logo, right? Why would you just use other letters, like random letters? So make sure that it's cohesive. And if you have that logo, I mean, it's a great logo. Why don't you use it on the bag here? And why don't you use it on the cards? Why don't you use it on a postcard? That's something that I'm like, you know, could be better. Okay. All right, this is a really cool design for a shirt. I'm not sure what exactly that is. I guess it's some kind of like measuring device or something like that. Okay. Yeah, it's I mean, it's a great project. It's just, it has to be cohesive, and you need to understand where you're using the logo and where you're using just other typefaces. Okay, again, you have this repetition happening here. I would not do that. I like the mock-ups here. I would maybe first go a little bit deeper into the logo design, show the logo off, show the graphics off, and then mock them up and put them into context, so that the viewer can understand how your logo looks by itself and how you got to it, what are the brand colors, and so on. But I think this is a great project. I love the graphics here, the way you kind of translated them into black and white even. And they look very complex and very multiple use, as you can see. He cut it off on the side, he cut it off from in the middle, and here is the whole kind of image, and here it is in black and white. So really, really cool. I love this one a lot. I love the complexity of it and the way you applied it to the different designs. So that's, I think it's a great project. Okay, cool. We are on project number 3, Rajasthan Improvers Innovating Project. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks very interesting. I would love to see the logo by itself a little bit larger, and to see the brand aspects, like the logo, the graphics, the typefaces, the colors, to better understand it, and then kind of mock it up and show all the different other things. It's a great project though. I think you did a really great job here. This looks very cohesive. The colors that are being used are very similar, and also the way you applied the graphics have a similar style. They are very not perfect, and you know, you have pieces missing here, so it's great. I think it's a great project. Okay, number 4, the first Amaraj's Nights in Jaipur showcase a curated mix of electric music with eclectic music, not electric music. Okay, great. I like this mock-up. These mock-ups are good. The only thing is that this one maybe is too tilted, so I would maybe show it a little bit more in a 45-degree angle instead of this, I don't know what this is, maybe 60 or something. Otherwise, well done. It does not look very much like it belongs together for some reason. I'm wondering why. Maybe because the graphics have been arranged differently here. But I mean, this kind of repeats here and here. So yeah, I guess it works. I would love to understand what it says. Unfortunately, I'm not able to read. I guess it's Hindi. Okay. Yeah, these mock-ups are great. They look very natural. They look very realistic. I can really imagine them in a city environment. So this is great. Cool. Yeah, no, you did a really good job. It looks very professional. It looks like you've been on this project for a while. So this is really cool to show. This mock-up is a little overused. I've been using that one as well. So try to avoid those. The other mock-ups look so great. They look so natural. And this one is kind of very common. So make sure to stay away from those. Cool. Celebrating women in folk. I'm wondering if you have a specific typeface that you chose for this brand, or that you always chose different typefaces. Because if I'm thinking of a museum branding, I think it should be cohesive and it should all have the same typeface, because I see you have one typeface here, a different typeface here, you have a different typeface here, and a different typeface here. So I will make sure to specify, maybe 2 typefaces that you're using across the branding. And also the colors are all completely different here. So those look like 4 different projects to me. Okay. And again, this looks like a little bit different here. Social media. I like that you're showing the social media here. Here, the top part of the poster, I will make it white so that this clip makes sense, because right now it's holding something, but it's not visible. And also the drop shadow, I would maybe work on that, make it less, more transparent, less, dark. All right, and number 5, we have, again, some music kind of festival. I'm wondering why you're using different colors here, because before you have been using all the same colors on the other projects. So maybe if you can choose a color per project in your portfolio, that would be great. I think that would definitely... Oh, okay, because it's 2 different things, I guess. The poster for Kabir Jam was created to invite people... Okay. All right, but is this the same project? Because it says 5 and 5. So I'm wondering if that's maybe 6, if that's a different project. Yeah, make sure that that's more understandable. But yeah, now I get why you have different colors here, because this is probably a different project than this one. But then why does it say 5? I would make it, then I guess it would make sense to make it 6. Hi Felipe, good to see you. John Filippo is here too. Good to see you guys. Awesome. All right, cool portfolio. I like that you're showing it here on issue.com. It's a great platform. And yeah, good luck to you. Thanks for submitting. Hopefully this was helpful, Damini. All right, next up is Kai from Malaysia. Cool. Awesome. This looks like a lot of branding and packaging. Let's see. I want to dive into this packaging project because it looks very interesting to me. I think this looks already really great. Let's take a look. All right, I love this intro image. It kind of already gives you an idea of what the product is. It's really great. And then you're going into, a little bit more into depth. You're showing it a little bit closer. I would love to see the logo by itself as well, and the different parts of design. So influencer, red rose. It looks like you have 2 different products here. One is this oil or facial serum, and this one is a hand and body lotion. They do look very different, because here you're working with a gradient, and here you're more working in like blocking out parts of the design. So here you have this block with the image, and then you have this logo that kind of goes on top. I would love to see the same kind of design here. So if you could maybe make the top, kind of similar to this, or, just an image of the red rose, and then use the same type of style here. So use a lot of contrast, and then the logo very subtle, kind of going into the image I think that would help a lot to look at to make it look more cohesive. Otherwise, I think this is a great project. It will totally attract me if I would be a packaging client. I would definitely say, hey, I can consider this person to do my branding, to do my packaging. Ooh, this is a really nice intro image here. I really like the way you kind of arrange the chocolate bars between the letters, and it gives this nice interaction. The only thing I would take a look at is this drop shadow here that kind of takes away from, you know, from the beauty of this product, because I think drop shadows, you need to be careful with drop shadows because they can be helpful, but they can also be very disturbing. So in this case, I would make the drop shadow way lighter and I would make it way less intense. I love the way you're presenting the designs here, including the background. So you have this whole, you know, basically chocolate brand idea. And I think you did a really great job here, and also including texture. And you can also zoom in, you can see the whole image in very large. It's great. You exported in a great resolution so that the image does not get pixelated. So great job here. And here you kind of describe the branding, right? Okay, we have these illustrations in the back, dream full of deliciousness. Then this one is a little distorted. I feel like you pulled it a little bit to the side or something. So here we try to avoid, you know, pulling the image to the sides. Let me go into the full project. Oh, okay, so we have a little animation going on. I really love the way your illustration in the back also moves around and has this like morphy type of movement in it. And the way the chocolate moves, it's great. I love it. Maybe the shadows on the chocolate I would maybe reduce a little bit, but you did a really great job. It's very interactive and engaging. Okay, let me jump back into the project so I can see a little bit better from afar to get a better picture. All this is very cohesive. I really love the way you kind of reapplying the illustrations, but they're not the same. They're always a little bit different. So that looks really great. I think this is a great branding project, to be honest. And you applied the brand also to an apron. You did a great job here. I love the application. The placement is really great. And you even created some social media assets for this company, Do a Bliss. Yep, I think you did a really great job on this project, and it is a like from me. All right, cool. Let me take a look at another project real quick before we jump into something into another portfolio. Let's take a look at your last project. Yum Bowl Poutine Smoothie. I love the way you kind of create these interactions here. This little stripe at the top is a little disturbing, so I would definitely make sure to always pull the background all over the shape. Otherwise, it can be a little disturbing. For my eye, at least, I'm looking at it and I'm not able to concentrate on your work. I'm more concentrating on the stripe that's kind of sticking out a little bit. So make sure that the person can really concentrate on your project. Cool, I think you did a great job. The colors are amazing here. It looks really great. I will maybe make this this logo thing a little bit smaller, just so it's not like jumping into your eye like this. Yumbo creates fresh, healthy, and delicious bowls. Yeah, I think your visuals speak for themselves. You did create a great, visual identity here. And I definitely already understand what it's all about. I love the packaging that you've created here, the little belts that go around the bowl. So be healthy, eat healthy, act healthy. Cool, yeah, I love the way you kind of create this little wavy texture here and make it a little bit more engaging and interesting. And the way you overlap those shapes into the new image, so you kind of create this interaction between the parts of your artwork, which is also really great to make it easier for me to follow along and to keep on scrolling. Cool, I love the menu that you've created. I think it looks very simple. Very minimalistic, but looks really clean and great, easy to understand. I love the way you integrated the logo in the background, very subtle and does not take up too much of attention. You've created some mock-ups here, which are amazing. I think you did a really great job here. And I love the way you create those animations in your designs. Here, it looks like the parts of the image are a little pixelated, so make sure to export in the right, in the right quality. Cool, awesome. Okay, this is really great. Congratulations. I think your portfolio is great. If you have some projects that are more recent, just keep those and take away anything that you're not particularly proud about, because you have a lot of projects and I feel like you can sort out a little bit more. And let's take a look at the About Me section. Hello there. I have been self-taught in graphic design in the early of 2019. I embrace every spare time I have to go online and learn Photoshop and Illustrator. Okay, so here you're kind of showing that you are a student or that you're learning. I would take away that part, because if you want to attract clients, you want to appear professional. You don't have to tell them that you are still studying, or everybody is still studying. Even the most professional designer that you meet, they're still learning. I'm still going on Skillshare and I'm learning new tools every single day. So you don't have to mention that. It's something that kind of brings your value as a professional designer a little bit down. And you are a professional designer. I see your work and your work is amazing. So you don't have to write that you go online and learn Photoshop and Illustrator. It sounds like you just started. So, but you haven't. Clearly, you're more advanced now. So just take that away. Being a graphic designer have been my dream for about 10 years now. It's not your dream anymore. You are a graphic designer, so it's not your dream anymore. Take that away. You can write that I really enjoy being a graphic designer, and as a child, or I used to dream about it, but now I am. You are, and that's what you need to imply. That's what you need to imply here. Being a graphic designer have been beginning of 2019. I decided to start learning graphic design all by myself. Self-taught is tough, but I will keep the momentum going. Yeah, well, if you started 2019, you're pretty damn good at learning yourself. So if you want to attract clients to pay you for your work, right, that you have been designing for 2 years now, 2019 to 2020. So you're a freelance designer and you have been designing since, or just write, I have an experience of 1.5 years, or just don't write it at all, because honestly, if I look at your projects, it might be someone who's been working in design for 5 years. So you don't have to mention that you just started being a designer. Yeah, so these are my tips. You're very humble. I appreciate that, but really don't be humble. Be a little bit more self-confident and say, hey, I can do something for you. I can do a branding for you, because I am a professional designer and I know how to do these things. Okay? All right, Kai, hopefully this was helpful, and we are jumping on to the next one, and it's Madalena Batista from Portugal. I would love to go to Portugal. I think it's a really great country. How are you doing, guys? I see. Cool. All right. The typography looks nice. Yeah. Some amazing. Yeah. The Bliss chocolate look really great. Okay. All right, Madalena. Now we are going to take a look at your portfolio. Thanks for submitting it. Let's take a look at your description. I really love the little short hi. It's not too intense. It's not like, oh, I am, it's not too intense. It's inviting. So that's what I want to say. I'm Magdalena, a graphic designer from Portugal who's got a love between minimal designs and bright colors, and I'm always trying to learn new skills while searching for inspiration to use in my current and future work. I also have a big crush for flower design, music, photography, and events. I think it's a great, crisp description, and you appear very very sympathetic. So I think it looks very friendly and inviting, and also you're showing a confidence. You're saying what you love, your passion. You have a big crush on flower design, music, photography, and events. So I love the way you kind of have this very cool, very intuitive, but self-confident description that kind of shows the personality that you are, open-minded, a little bit more, relaxed, and you're confident too. So that's great. It's great that you only have 3 links here, which makes it easy for me to decide which link to go to. And I would definitely click on one of these to see more about you, because I would like to know, a little bit more about you, a little bit more about your experience. Maybe if I would be the one to hire you. All right, let's take a look at your recent project. It looks like your own. Oh, okay, it's your own business card. I love that you're showing your logo in the beginning. It's a great typeface that you picked here, graphic design. I would maybe, I'm thinking about the graphic design here. I'm thinking maybe it can be a tiny bit thinner and a more contrasty color, because right now it looks like this weight of graphic design overweighs these thin lines of this beautiful typeface. So I would keep this just as fine as your name typeface here. So I would maybe make it a little bit finer and create maybe a darker contrast, maybe a darker green or a lighter green, just to create a little bit more contrast. But that would kind of keep this fine finesse of your typeface up here, which is very, very elegant and very, it's a beautiful typeface. All right, let's take a look at your resume. Cool. Education, software skills, design degree, graphic design specialization. I like the little intro that you have here. 27-year-old graphic designer based in Lisbon. Cool. Perfectionist. I try to be in constant growth between searching for new inspiration and developing new skills. That's great. Software. I love the way you kind of put the logos of the software, although probably Adobe branding team would not like it, but I like that you put it in your own kind of colors. And it's all relevant. Skills, graphic. I like that you're showing like in small bullet points what you can do, your software skills, your skills, your design degree, your graphic design specialization, your experience. The most recent should be the first, so that's great. Language. I think languages are super cool, so it's great that you're showing your languages. Interests. Cool. Yeah, I think it's great. I think you have a really great what's it called, resume here. And the way you kind of not showing your phone number is also good, because if you would show your phone number, I would be like, I would not do that. But this is great. Your business cards look great too. A note to say, I think this is a really great part of your business card, that you can kind of write a little reminder, like, I am that girl that you met at the at this and this event or whatever. So it looks really great. I love it. No, I think you did a great job here in your personal branding. I also need to work on my personal branding. It's always, it's always something that keeps on changing and changing and changing. All right, let's take a look at another project here, BARD, BD, International Corporate Event. I love event branding as well. I think it's can be super fun. The card looks really great. I love the information hierarchy here. Portugal, Lisbon. Typeface is amazing. I love the little illustration here as well. It's good that you're kind of showing it from the outside first and then opening it, because I got curious what's inside. And you're doing a great job here. Follow me, Lisbon. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's a great project. I would love to see a little bit more about, I would love to read more about this project. Who exactly is this for? What is this event? What were you in charge of? And what was the challenge here? who are you attracting, what people are you targeting, and so on. So I would love to see a little bit more detail, and maybe if you have created logos here, I would love to see the logos by themselves, and also you have some colors that you picked here. I'm wondering why you are, everything else is very subtle, but this follow me is very dark. That's something I'm a little surprised, because here everything looks very subtle colors, not much contrast. Here you're using this yellow. So I would like to see just in general what's the branding, you know, idea behind this. But the mock-up looks great. Cool. Oh yeah, okay, there is a little description at the bottom. It's a company that has been developing innovative medical devices, blah, blah, blah. Materials to guide the team through the day and also give them something to remember. Okay, yeah, it's cool. I will maybe put the description at the top, so that whenever you're scrolling down, you already have in mind what this brand is all about and what this project is all about. Whew! So, Madalena, hopefully this was helpful. And thanks for submitting your guys' portfolios. It looks like we are almost done for today. How are you guys doing? Hopefully this was fun, and hopefully this was engaging. And by the way, you can follow me here at Julia Masalska on Instagram if you want. And if you have not submitted your portfolio yet, or if you would like a review, I'm doing reviews almost every Friday. So make sure to submit your portfolio to my Instagram page. This is where I'm going to kind of you know, send the invite out and to collect your portfolio, and I'm making a list. So I'm trying to not do more than 5 portfolios per session, because I want to go more into depth, and I want you guys to give you guys more specific feedbacks so that you exactly know what to work on. I think here with Madalena, I would you know, work out the descriptions a little bit more, and but otherwise I think these are really great projects, and just keep on going, keep on making, and keep on doing great projects so that you can attract the right clients. All right, my friends, hopefully this was helpful and you enjoyed it, and I can't wait till next Friday so we can do another session. But if you want, you can tune in. Hi Felipe. If you want, you can tune in to behance.net/live, where I'm going to be in about 30 minutes for the Daily Creative Challenge. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.